Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another update on the T35, so it's the 1/72 scale one. I think the last time I left it I'd put the running gear on and I was going to be putting the link and length tracks on, which as you can see are all on there now. These tracks are the best link and length I've ever put on a model kit. I'm glad that this wasn't the first time I'd ever done link and length, because it sets you up to think, oh, these are just no problem at all, and then you do other kits and find that they're a pain in the arse. These were just superb. Where they'd got a link into each other, there was no tidy up needed or anything. They just slotted in nicely. Unlike, as I say, I've done some Revel ones, for instance, where I've had to trim in between the teeth in order for them to get to fit properly. The only issue was there are 3 or 4 lengths too many. It'll be down to yourself how you do this. I'd started at one end and then gone across the top, and then I came down along one from one side and came back up here, and then that's when I realised that there were too many links. Because these are individual links around here, all I did was I put some Tamiya extra thin across one of the joints, so it reactivated all the glue in that joint, and I was able to take the number that needed to be taken off. And then this piece here is all one piece, so I just bent it at the end so that it would sit nicely on the return roller, the idler wheel, and that was it. It was done, and because I'd done that to one side, I knew what would happen the other side, and it just worked out really well. So happy with these tracks, and again, just points to what a good kit this is. So I think we're towards the painting stage now, which will be interesting, trying to get the black primer in amongst the running gear and things like that. And as I say, I'm hoping to use my airbrush. The only issue is it is bloody freezing here, and I airbrush down in the garage, which has no heating at all, so I think I may have issues with my airbrush. Just to give you an idea of the size of this vehicle compared to another tank, I'll just put it alongside the Panzer IV. So actually I'll put it this side. So there you go, that's a Panzer IV, and that perhaps will give you some idea how big this tank is. I was going to put my Sherman Firefly against it, but the Sherman Firefly is 1/76, so it would already be smaller anyway. One final thing on this update is I will show you the start of the diorama, and I'll just get it for you. So here it is, guys. The 2 lines that you can see is where the tank is going to sit, so I'll put that on the dio. It basically sits something like that. And this has been taken from a photograph. In fact, I initially found one photo of a T35 sat like this, and I think I've since found 6 of the same tank, which is really useful. So I don't know what happened to it. There doesn't look like there's any damage actually to the tank, so whether it had just just conked out or whatever for mechanical reasons or what, I don't know, but that's how it's ended up. And the progression of the photographs, the tank gets more and more damaged. I think basically people robbing stuff from it, and this gun, for instance, I don't know how, but half the barrel gets it just disappears, and so you've just got like a stunty part of the barrel. So I'm not quite sure what happened to that. Let me put it round to the other side, because the lighting's not particularly good through this camera, and you can see it from this side as well then. So this is obviously this is quite a major road, this flat surface on the top, which I am pointing to, and you can't actually bloody see in the photo, just about there. That's quite a major road. I think it's somewhere in the Ukraine. And you've got German vehicles going past this T35. So the plan is to use some polyfiller or grout to make up this embankment. This is a bit of a culvert, so I'm going to have a trickle of water going through there. I think at one point the tank actually blocked this culvert up, and you can see that there's mud that's accumulated across the top of the fender here and down on the front of the tank. Then I'm going to have this quite smooth surface road on the top, and I'm thinking of having another German vehicle going past, and then I'll have a couple of German soldiers stood just looking at the tank itself. That's the plan anyway. So I would like to get cracking on that. I may be able to do more work on the dyno at the moment than I can on the tank with regards to the temperatures and things. I've got one of those hot wire cutters, which was really useful in putting this together. But even so, me being me, I've managed to not cut this side straight. The white polystyrene's tending to go off in that direction a bit. The other thing is, I wanted to use this white polystyrene because I've got loads of this bloody stuff and I haven't got so much of the grey stuff. But using the hot wire cutter, this white stuff cuts much better or quicker than the grey stuff. So the wire has to be a hotter temperature to cut the grey stuff, but that melts this much more quickly. So what happens is, because of the heat, the cut mark is much wider on the white section than it is on the grey, and that's possibly why I've got this issue where the white doesn't quite meet up to the grey. So what I'm going to do is do a thin cut all the way down here in the hope that I can get it a bit straighter, and then I can think about putting balsa wood on the edges and everything. So that's it, guys, for the moment. Thanks ever so much for watching. Again, thank you for the kind comments and encouragement from the previous videos. It's what day is it today? Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So plenty of the week left to get some hobbying done. I'm just doing this in my lunch hour so that I can crack on and do some of the build tonight. Look after yourselves, guys. Really enjoying watching your videos and the builds that's coming off your benches. And I'll catch up with you soon.